you're in for a treat. You're about to learn the simplified version of how to do the Muay Thai roundhouse kick. Tito and I are going to give you a few quick fixes that beginners tend to make when they start their Muay Thai kick. With these quick fixes, your Muay Thai roundhouse kick is going to be much more balanced, much more powerful, and I guarantee it to be that much more faster. Here we go. When we're starting off, we're teaching you guys from the ground up. First things first, we're going to start off with the proverbial center line. You're going to place a line down the center of your heavy bag. And what you do is you go into your stance. Very simple, right, Tito? We go feet together, we go shoulder width apart, and then we go half a step back. That's our foundation when we start off with the Muay Thai round kick. Second thing you're going to do is place a hand wrap in the middle of the bag that's going to represent the body of your opponent. And this gives you guys a visual target to aim at. Now that we have our proverbial center line, now that we have the target that we're aiming at, we're going to teach you how to do the Muay Thai roundhouse from the ground up. You want to make it a good habit to touch the bag first. Touch, bam. Tito, why are we touching the bag first?
To measure our distance.
To measure our distance, very good. You don't want to just start kicking on the bag from all kinds of area because that makes bad habits and you could possibly hurt your foot. So first things first, you're going to get your distance. Very nice. Check. Distance. Bomb. Second, you're going to step outside of the line. I remember when I first started doing Muay Thai, my coaches and trainers would always say, TJ, step out, step out. I didn't know what they meant. What they were speaking of was stepping outside of the line. I didn't have a visual aid, but you're in luck. You do. So when we say step out, that's what we're going to talk about. Step outside of this proverbial center line. Step outside of the hand wrap. Show me stepping inside the line. Not good. Show me stepping to the line. Right? Not good either. You're going to step outside of the lines. Bop, very good. So we have the front foot. Ankle here towards the bag. The back foot is coming off the ground. His knee is bent. The reason why your back foot is bent and your foot is off the ground is because that's going to allow you to push off the ground and really get that whip. We got the feet. Stepping out, showing the ankle towards the bag, having the back foot ready to spring off the ground. Now kick, kick. Whop. Down. Very good. We've given you the feet. What about the arms? Look at my arms. All I do is drop it. Drop. The rear hand comes across your throat. The front hand is going to drop. Pop. That's how it is. All you do is spring off the ground and turn. You turn the whole body. It's one fluid motion, guys. So you step, spring, and watch his arms. Swam. Very good. The landing is very important also. Going back to the feet, when you come down, you don't want to come down and moonwalk. You don't want to come down and pitter-pat the feet. Show him, Tito. Whop, down. When he went into his landing, right back down in the center line, his feet didn't kick, and then now I'm set. It was one fluid motion, right? One more time, Tito. He kicks, it goes up, down, all right? Look, perfect balance. Line back in the middle. The first correction that we're going to make, a quick fix, after you step out and kick, a lot of times we see the beginners having pitter-pat feet. They're coming down a little bit imbalanced. First quick fix is balancing when you return. That's going to give you an opportunity to kick again, to block, to parry, to do everything without having to readjust yourself. So one more time, let's go slow, touching for distance, check. Looking at target, check. Stepping out. Ready to spring, dropping the arms. Remember that rear hand comes across the throat. Still looking at the target. Check. Body kick. Bop. Back down to balance. About distance. Distance is very important when you're learning this drill. Okay, you're going to be doing this by yourself, so you have to hold yourself accountable. When you're doing this drill, you're going to touch, bomb. When you kick, try to get the foot. Imagine if this was my foot. Just like he showed you, try to get it around the bag. That's going to show good distance. And I'm his opponent. He kicks the body. He wham. It's going to be right there. See? That's perfect shin placement. Perfect. Very good. Another thing that we want you to focus on, guys, is getting your hip towards the ceiling. If you're getting your hip towards the ceiling, it's guaranteed to make that shin parallel. If I'm kicking, I did everything right. I stepped out, dropped my hands, watch my hip. I did everything right though, right? Why wasn't my leg parallel? If he was blocking, why wouldn't my shin be able to go through that guard? My hip was not facing towards the ceiling. One more time, check that out. Step, I did everything right. Watch my hip. Bam! No. Your hip has to go towards the ceiling. You kick, shop, back down. hip towards the ceiling, hip towards the ceiling and hook. Let me see, Tito. Stop. Wham. Beautiful. One more time, hip towards the ceiling. Up. Bam. Very good. So the next quick fix, that's what we're talking about, putting the hip towards the ceiling. We notice that beginners, when they're kicking, they kick up. A way to quickly fix that is to put the hip towards the ceiling. Quick question, Tito. My name is Joe Schmuck. I just started this. Coach Charles told me to step out. I stepped out. Do I kick from here?
No.
How do I fix that?
So whenever I step out, I want to turn even more whenever the kick goes in the air. So I touch, and whenever I kick, I want to turn all the way over with this. Look, I'm going to put my heel towards him. I go. So I step out. Boom. See? My heel's aiming towards him. So there's all the power in that.
Very good. So that's another quick fix, guys. Instead of just stepping out and showing the ankle, that's the initial step. But when you spring off the ground, try to put your heel towards the bag. Heel towards the bag, hip towards the ceiling, cut down and cut the cheese. That's going to add that whip effect. Could you show him one more time? So this is towards the bag. Then he's going to spring off the ground and make his heel face the bag with the hip towards the ceiling. Cut and add that whip. Go ahead, T. Very good. Another quick fix. When you're kicking the body, you're coming off the ground just a little bit. If I'm kicking his arm, I step out and I go higher on my toes. I go higher. Wham! If I'm kicking the body, I want it fast and that whip effect. Because think about it, guys. If I'm kicking the body, I'm in much more danger if he catches. So therefore, that kick has to be faster. So when I step out and I spring off the ground, I'm turning on the balls of my foot, but my foot is barely coming off the ground. It's a little bit safer. If I'm kicking the arms, I'm safe. Boom. But if I'm kicking the body, you really have to step, come off the ground because it's faster. Wham! And then you go back. When you're doing this drill and you're learning how to kick on the bag, if you're going to the body like we're doing, not the arm, body kick, you're going to barely come off the ground. Let's see, Tito. Timing, touching. He barely comes off the ground. Watch. Put that heel towards. There we go. Very nice. Ooh, that was scary. One more. Put the heel towards the bag. He's touching for his distance. Guys, the proverbial center line is still there. So he's going to step, cut. Same you. Go. Bam. Back to guard. Everything's perfect. Another quick fix that we want to give you guys is that was a snippet of the full version that you can get on the KMA online Muay Thai training tutorials. All you have to do is click the link in the pinned comment or in the description. Also, check out our shop for all your Muay Thai training needs and KMA apparel and get dripped out with us. Click this next video and check out more KMA Muay Thai tutorials. We know that you're going to enjoy them.